This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Yeah, I see it. But what is it? I can feel it. It resonates. The things you show me, my friend, I forget. It's all in my head. There's no you, right? Where's everybody? I need someone to point me in the right direction.
Alright, everybody. I just got this game last night. Had the day off, decided to record it. This is Control by Remedy, who did Alan Wake, the first couple of Max Paynes, and Quantum Break. I really liked Quantum Break, but it didn't really meet its potential.
This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
This is a blind play, so it's all new to me, it's all new to you. Sprint on. Okay. Doors opening on their own, that's not creepy at all. No mirror, no video games. Someday mirrors will be standard,
Federal
damn it.
Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them, and they were hiding in plain sight.
Big hallway with no doors on this side at all. Seems a little inconvenient. He's really willing to like walk up on stuff, which is kind of fun. How do you get in this room?
Hello?
Here's the janitor. Same one from the painting.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, then you're relevant. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
He kind of sounds like one of the main voice actors from Assassin's Creed. I wonder if it is. Whoa, it's bright in here.
The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment?
Strong visual direction in
I
this
know
game.
what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
Just walking up on the table like it ain't no thing. While pending any notifications of death relating to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrases to use. In service of his/her country, regret, proud, pride, will be remembered. To avoid, Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Internal lockdown in effect. Multiple containment breaches detected. Multiple building shifts detected. HRA protocol activated. I'm sure that's nothing to be worried about. Can't go in there because I don't have clearance level 1. Oh, that door closed itself. Okay. Nothing in here. I need a flashlight or something. Oh, what's all this? Pneumatic tubes. Classic. I can't trust them, Barbara. Not a single one. Said Trench. Oh. Just making all the racket. Locked off.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
It
You
wasn't
want me
me.
to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Who is she talking to? Is it us? Or is
Something's
there
outside.
Someone in her head.
Was coming here a mistake?
I mean, probably.
And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Oh, I've got a health bar now. What did I get? It lets me replay that whenever I want. That's fun. I have... those are probably from the pre-order. I wonder if those subs would be there even if I hadn't turned on subtitles. Because I definitely cannot understand with my ears what they're saying. Hey there, pal. Oh, wanna fight? Fight! Ooh. Oh, he exploded. That's fun.
The same gun. Okay. Now I have a gun.
Ooh, it's jittery. Force push. Fire from the hip. Does it reload on its own? Yeah, charges back up. Okay. What do I have here? Let's see. Reload speed. Sure. Might as well use this stuff. Health boost, love it. A little bit of auto aim, but not much. Headshots don't seem to matter on these guys. If you let it go all the way out, it will be unable to fire. Which little blue things. Whoa. When are you gonna gun, jerk? Health elements. Probably what those blue things were, the health bits.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
You have an
Things are
interesting
quieted down
perspective,
outside.
lady.
Is it safe to go?
It's a nice office. Don't know what he uses all that floor space for. Okay.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror.
It saved the damage I got on him before the cutscene started. What am I collecting here? His guard. Bullpup rifles. Some of them have shotguns if they're armored. Protected by resonance from the hiss. The hiss must be the whatever the cosmic force is here. Here's the dude, Zachariah Trench. Service weapon. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians, I must be one of those, to blank. The object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of probably director. The object will determine whether, they're worthy. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the board, I'm guessing. That's who was talking to me, though their criteria is unknown. The object was discovered inside the oldest house in the room that is now used as the director's office. Popular hypothesis, many forms throughout history, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varnastra, all weapons that something of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, see Dr. Darling presentation for more details. I'm sure Gilgamesh would be interested in this. Oh, I can shoot. Okay. Ooh. Spicy. Good to know. Do I have clearance now? Nope.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
This one's over. He just popped from one shot. Jerk. Get some. I didn't do nothing to you. I wonder if they're infinite in here. Maybe not. Rising costs of altered world event response, update on mold eradication efforts, salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Coffee's important. Don't you forget it.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention. If you experience an unanticipated building shift,
I'm the
follow
director
these
now.
simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power.
What? I guess these desks can get shot up, huh? That's fun. I wasn't expecting that level of interaction, but I'm happy to see it. Do not have a clearance level, so I picked something up, but I can't use it yet. So many desks. Let mold hitch a ride. Oh. Stop summoning devils. That's lovely. That's where all the mumbling's coming from. Okay, that's moving forward. Let's see what this is. Sorry, pal. A safe room. What we got here? Ammo refund. So I can only equip one of each right now. So it's the same thing, just with an ammo refund chance. Cool. So that preload mod wasn't worth much at all. Marshall, we checked out the suspected altered world event in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better... Wait. Oh, we need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Special Agent Keenum. So I can close this, presumably. And just, like, hang out in here if I need to heal or something. I don't know.
Hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babbles continue.
Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How'd you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and they'll need to leave. If their answers seem suspect, escort them to a private room. Therefore, there perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided score sheet, then something immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious.
Pages. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain something informed by our own something and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. What? Twilight Zone? What do you think? Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. Oz that only occur on blank, like Halloween. A pair of scissors that consume human blood through 2 punctures on the neck. Maybe vampires. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children. They are paranatural realities waiting to happen. So there's a little bit more Fate Stay Night in here, and I don't think it's a mistake. You have the source weapon of all these weapons of power, or objects of power, things being strengthened by how much people believe in them. It's all very familiar. It's like a comfy blanket. Oops. Yeah. You can stay. I guess I don't really need to be shooting these people, at least not yet. Oh no! This place really is haunted. Well, it's not quite a little back door through here. Yeah, that's fine. I have to jump down, don't I? Yep. Oh, he's got a name.
Must cleanse control point. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
Efforts.
Please, talk to me.
Whoa.
We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Interesting. That's definitely clear Redfield.
Is it safe to come out?
Initial dive's interesting, but let's stay with the normal one. Fast travel. Okay, cool. Metroidvania coming in here a little bit.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the whatever arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by something detection of an unobstructed ping using the device within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or something, or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be stabilized. Hope you don't mind me filling in the blanks. Some of them seem pretty straightforward and some of them don't. What up, Emily? You look like an ensign from the next generation. Can I stabilize these people now?
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Noted.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing.
Casper Darling, that's a name.
I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the hotline.
Thanks, Emily.
Got another mod. Health recovery and element pickup. Okay, so that gives me more health. Oh, they are different. Okay. Let's stay with that. Assets. I still can't do anything with these, apparently. The only person you should fail is yourself.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
She's just telling me all that again. Okay, here we go. Lore dump.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the pure utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got it. Thanks. So, HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one, it seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Oh. Blarg. I feel like being the director and having the gun means I should have a clearance level, don't you? Oh well. Okay. Gotta figure out my controls here. Okay. What do I do with this now? This is my fast travel point. Executive Affairs, I came through there. Clearance level. Yep. Oh. Jukebox. And yet again, I cannot open it. Dead end.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Undefined reading. Key cards. Oh. Surprise, motherfucker! So shooting through windows is a thing in this game. It's always kind of unreliable. Oh, yeah, you got more undefined reading for me? Oh no, one I can read. Nope, never mind. Visited the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, The White Cat, A Plus Lodge. Expenditures: $300 out of the minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? For the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Raleigh and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my ritual. Doesn't pick up if you don't need it. Just get... Damn, that dude had his HRA on. Still dead. Getting pretty noisy down here. You can headshot these guys. Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as a way to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. 1. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. 2. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? Refer to such and such file for more information. Undefined reading. I wonder if I will eventually get a thing that will track all those little lore dumps and tell me where to get them, in case I miss some. That would be nice. Okay, that's forward. Bathroom. Unsanitary. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Green is stable, yellow low possibility of shifts, orange high likelihood of shifts, red frequent shifts. Seems pretty straightforward. I wonder if I shoot all those dudes if this will stop. Energy recovery. Right now I've got extra health. That gives more health on pickup. That gives me energy recovery, which will probably be good when I have something to use energy on. I have this resource and no way to use it yet. It's probably like skill upgrades or something. Shoulder swap. Okay. Let's try it. Seems like that does quiet it down. But not. Maybe not. Damn voices in my head. Oh. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, including the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy the same day the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness it, which is reported to have been something. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for some minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and the embassy staff was transported to the continental U.S. After Formula I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. Rogue cowboy boots, man. Can't trust them. Whoa! How much you want to bet this stuff hurts me? Yep. And not slowly, okay. I will need some kind of ability to cope with that, whatever that is. had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the one anyone knows. A new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine and the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. I know you dudes are in here. I'm gonna find you and shoot you in the face. Hello, computer. Larg. Oh, there you are. Daddy thick. I don't know how to crouch, do I? Oh, I do. Nice. I don't think they told me how to crouch. I learned how on my own. Oh, that crap regenerates. That's not good. Shit. That sucked. Alright. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters come to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Alright guys, I need to take a quick little break. I will be back with more in a little bit.